Hello and good morning. Welcome to Double Talk. I am your co-host, Mark Steffen.
Is that where the camera is?
And joining me is my other co-host, who, I don't know, who are you?
Where's the camera?
Never
How
mind
do you know
that.
where the camera is?
Just talk to me. That's all you have to know about.
So, Mark, how are you?
Well, I've been here.
I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks.
Well, if you dropped in from time to time.
Well, I'm a busy guy. I had a busy schedule.
That's true. As our faithful viewers know, Michael has been gone for 3 weeks.
Yes, those of you who've been taking attendance said Michael Mandel. I didn't raise my hand.
And those who've been watching the show for longer than that know he's still been gone, but
now
physically he's been here.
Yes, but had a great time.
You were on vacation, were you not?
We were on vacation. We did some interesting wine tastings there is a valley in, I'm sure there's more than one, in Mexico called Valle de Guadalupe, which is just north of Ensenada. And there's at least 40 or 50 wineries there. Ooh. Some of them are really exceptional.
Did you bring some back?
Didn't get that far. We did bring one back, made by one guy who, Swiss guy, does one wine a year, and it was awesome. It's a Grenache Cabernet, I think, and it was great. But there's some large wineries there. There are some great restaurants. Valle de Guadalupe, just north of Ensenada.
Did you go out on the ocean?
What? Where's the ocean?
Ensenada.
Oh, yeah?
That's where they have fishing.
I was wondering, there was something
no deep sea fishing
there.
expeditions?
No, we did see a bunch of cruise ships. They come in,
yes.
They swarm all over the town, buying all those knickknacks that are made in China.
Making the prices go up suddenly on everything.
Yeah, but Ensenada's a fun town. We also went to Tijuana.
Yes.
And we went to the place that invented Caesar salad. Mr. Caesar Salad.
Is the restaurant called Caesar's?
It is called Caesar's. I thought it'd be called Mr. Salads, but they're very proper there. And they come, everybody goes there for the Caesar salad.
Sure.
They roll out a thing which has a large wooden bowl, and they do the Caesar salad in front of you with the egg yolk. They separate the egg yolk.
Yes.
They do the anchovy paste.
Yes.
They tell you whatever else is in there. Then they cover it with Parmesan. They give you a bunch of romaine lettuce leaves that are just perfect. It was perfect. It was really great.
What did they charge for that?
About $150.
For the salad?
No, I don't remember. It wasn't.
What do you mean, don't remember?
I don't remember. It wasn't that much. We're blowing money like crazy. I'm not going to worry about a
you?
salad.
Not
like
you,
a
Michael.
Salad. But they did know how to make Negronis.
Huh?
They did know how to make Negronis, which perhaps distract me. You remember what a Negroni was?
It's a drink. It's a cocktail.
Made with?
With something black.
Yes. Negroni. The word Negroni. It's made with gin, which is black in a negative picture. And Campari, that bitter drink, as well as sweet vermouth.
Okay.
So 1/3 of each. Actually, in Sedona, I had a Negroni made with 9 different ingredients, 3 types of gin, 3 types of sort of an Amaro type thing. Remember we did an Amaro tasting
in the same
here?
drink?
In the same drink, and 3 types of sweet vermouth, including a weird one called Via.
And you mix this all up together.
Well, they mix it all up, and they put it in a keg for 60 days and let it rest there. It was good. It wasn't
that was
appreciably
pricey.
great. Well, I hope so. I wouldn't want them to do that for nothing.
How many of those did
No,
you
it's
have?
probably about $12. I don't know.
In Mexico?
No, that was in Sedona.
Oh, well,
Sedona had 2 bars that, maybe 3 bars, but at least 2 that we bounced between that were very well oriented with exotic vintage stuff.
And how long were you in Sedona?
It's hard to remember because, there were 2 bars there with exotic cocktails.
Okay.
We were there for a week.
Oh.
We went there for Seder.
Well, there's not much else to do in Sedona, really.
Well, a lot of people apparently like walking. So you're walking along this stuff that, what's it called, woods or something? Nature? What do they call it?
Yeah, the great outdoors.
You're walking outdoors. It's not a mall or anything.
It's in the desert,
There are no stores.
It's at the base of mountains.
There's no stores there. You're there, and you look up, and there's these red rocks, and you think, oh, I should take a picture of that. Except you realize I just taken a picture 10 minutes ago because it's pretty much just from a different point of view. Sedona's really nice.
Yes, yes.
What were we talking about? Oh, booze.
Well, I'm glad you had a nice trip. I'm glad to have you back.
Well, thanks. It's good to have my job back. I
Yes.
was a little nervous there for a while.
Well, these paid vacations are great.
Yeah.
When do I get mine?
Anytime the boss says, go ahead, Mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait.
You have to find a replacement yourself. By the way, I love your hair.
Well, thank you very much.
Your hair's looking good.
Now, but in the meantime, and the hair, by the way, I should mention, is courtesy of Max Designs for VIPs on Loman. And yes, on Loman Avenue. So
And there will be an ad for that at the end of the show or something.
yeah, on the end credits, they are prominently mentioned, and you will see Ramon and the gang down there at Max Designs.
I'm
for
looking
hair.
at your nails. Did you get your nails done too?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
But you can get your nails done there
You
if you
came on
want to.
TV anyway, huh?
And you can also soon you'll be able to get massages there.
What do you mean soon? Are they practicing?
Well, they're between masseuses right now. Yes, but also since you've been gone,
Since I've been
you've
gone,
been missing
why?
the lead-up hype to the
What
Austin
else?
Trout fight for the World Championship.
I like trout.
Austin Trout and Canelo Alvarez.
Really?
Saul.
And they're going to be fighting, what street in Las Cruces are they going to be on?
They're going to be
There's
fighting.
going to be a little fisticuffs on Melendres or
Oh
something?
no! In the big ring there at the Alamo Dome,
In San Antonio?
under the big top.
In
Yes,
San Antonio.
This is for
Cool
the big
place.
one. This is the big one here.
I hear he's been practicing a little bit.
Yes, as everybody knows, Austin
He's
Trout's from
inspired.
Las Cruces.
You can't see, in that shot, you can't really see his tattoos too much.
Right, it's
Unless that
overexposed.
shadow under his breast.
But he's been training up in Ruidoso, up in the higher altitudes for his breath. And anyway, the fight is tonight, Saturday night,
I bet you can
at
see
8,
it
8,
here.
8 p.m. You can see
Many
it.
of the restaurants.
It's on pay-per-view. Now, many of the local bars have it where you can see it. Most of them charge $10.
And you want to name them? Hooters, Buffalo Wild Wings. You can go refer to that list.
Yes, Farley's, Dublin's.
Farley's doesn't list a price. They say you can bring in a canned good.
Canned goods. I guess one can is all you need.
A can of peas, and then you can pee at the end.
Hooters,
Dublin's, and what
Dublin's
else?
and
Q's.
Q Steakhouse.
Q's is apparently the official site to watch it. But I was in Q's
How can it be the official site?
because it said so in the paper.
Well, they say so.
It said so.
They all pay the
Somehow.
same amount, but
I
you
don't
will
know.
pay $10 if you go there, except for Farley's.
I'm sure it'll be fun. What do these fights take? Usually about 20 seconds?
Well, it's a 12-round bout. So unless somebody gets knocked out or the fight is stopped before then, 12 bouts, 3-minute bouts, a minute in between each bout.
Oh, that's not bad.
So it's less
that's
than 20
a
minutes.
Good hour. No. 3-minute bouts, 12 bouts, 12
12 rounds, 3 each.
Three,
Oh, yeah, that's
it's a 30
3
sets.
times 12, plus a minute in between.
Only a minute? You can't even go brush your teeth or have a sandwich.
No.
I mean, shouldn't it be like TV where you got 3 minutes?
Well, if you're at home watching, put it on pause
you could.
between rounds.
But then if you put it on pause too much, somebody will win the fight and it's going to take you a while to find out.
Well, no, you get to see it.
Wow.
So anyway, that's coming up tonight, and coming up tomorrow night, we have
What is this, a news show?
a fairly renowned comedian and actor by the name of Mike Epps.
Would that be Sunday night?
Sunday night,
Where's he going to be?
he's going to be at the Las Cruces Convention Center.
You know, he looks a little like this guy called Omar Epps. Is there any relation?
They must be, because
They
it's
must
not
be.
that common a
Epps
name.
is not a common name. It seems more like half of a sport.
Well, I think it used to be Epstein.
Oh, yeah,
You
because
know, they shortened it.
he's got that Jewish nose.
And he's going to be at the convention center. He's very funny. I saw his Showtime routine not too long ago. He's really puts on a wonderful show.
Really do some of
And
the
there should be a
jokes. Can you
lot
do
of
some
laughs.
the jokes?
I won't do any of his jokes. And opening for him is DJ Black, who is a DJ, but he's also a comedian in his own right, and he'll be there. So it's a bit pricey show,
$48.
$48
And then to get better seats, it's like 65,
for
75.
the VIP
But you know,
section.
you're worth
good
it.
entertainment.
You're worth it to take yourself to a show,
Absolutely.
right? You wouldn't give yourself anything less. You believe in luxury, therefore you should live the life of luxury.
And how
so
often-
who's this guy, Dow Jones Black?
Now, how often does a comic of the caliber of Mike Epps show up to Las Cruces? Never, because he's never been here before. So this is it.
Of his caliber.
Absolutely.
So I guess you're going to be there too. You're going to be busy. First, you got to go to Buffalo Hot Wings for to see the show with Austin Trout, and then tomorrow you're going to the.
Aren't you going to be there? If you come to see the Mike Epps show and you see Michael and I there, come up and say hello. We'd love to shake your hand.
This is what we look like. In case I'll be wearing probably the same shirt. So will Mark. So just look for our shirts. That's how you find us. Well, what an exciting town. I am so glad I came back. You know, it's just good to get back here and park your car and feel at home.
Well, I'll tell you, before all these shows we're going to go to this weekend, I'm not going to be having dinner beforehand in Mesilla. Won't do it.
Why?
I just won't do it. Well, they're cutting back on the parking there now.
Actually, that's not until May 31st.
Well, you might as well start now.
They're going to
get in the
fight
habit
that.
now of not going to Mesilla.
You can never get a parking spot in Mesilla anyway. Even in front of the church or on the sides, which they're going to cut the parking out on the sides. Right?
Yes.
I once got a parking ticket on, let's see, this side.
Yes. Well, you know, as we've talked before on this show, Mesilla has become a smarmy little traffic ticket town, parking ticket town. And I tell all of my guests from out of town, don't even bother with Mesilla.
Right, go to the other cute town center with a park and a gazebo and fancy restaurants.
Yeah, downtown Las Cruces. Las Cruces downtown.
Downtown is still pretty much the same.
But
Gina's Cantina opened, you know.
Oh, yes.
That's a little different.
Used to be the Hawaiian place.
Yeah.
Well, it still is, sort of.
It still is.
But
that looks appropriate.
They claim they need to cut out some of the parking on the side streets there because around the plaza, because really it's not wide enough for a fire truck to get through.
Yeah, but look, I mean...
it's gotten through before.
Buddy Ritter is arguing because people can't just park in front of his place and go and eat at Double Eagle. But the thing is, people go every day of the week to go to his restaurant. Every day.
Well, I don't know about now. When you were out of town, they were cited for health code violations.
Oh, but that's okay. If you don't eat the bad piece of steak, you're okay. But people do go to La Posta, and people also go to whatever other little places there are. Every day.
Yes.
But your place is only going to be burnt down once. So why give up all the days of the week just in case you get burnt down once? You know? Fire trucks can get through.
Well, see, they just bought a brand new fire truck. So now I guess it's a little
It's wider.
Yeah.
It's wider. They don't want to scratch it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Heaven forbid that their fire truck gets scratched in a fire.
Well, Fire Marshal Kevin Hoban, who
used to go to school with.
He and I used to be ambulance drivers together in another lifetime. Said that yes,
ghost?
we need more room for our fire truck to get through.
Well, if they were a little less rushed, they could maneuver between those cars.
Well, maybe it's his driving skills that are in question.
They have to worry about. Anyway, I think it's almost time for us to take a little break. Is it? And
we've got a minute or so.
I like Double Eagle, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. Basically, their bar is considered good. You know, they were testing Cosmos for the show Dead Man's Cell Phone. They're good. Really? Oh, let me talk about the black martini, which you can make with Blavad vodka.
And you drink it till you black out.
Yeah, that works pretty good. So I guess we'll black out now and see you on the remake.
We'll be back in 90 seconds.
Welcome to La Buena Vida Women's Club, located away from the crowds but close to home. Come in throughout the day for Jazzercise, the world's dance fitness leader for nearly 40 years. Treat yourself to a relaxing massage, or unwind in the lounge area or outside on the balcony with friends. La Buena Vida Women's Club, located and designed with women in mind. For information, call Diane at 650-9721.
Hey, you, come here. Do you want to know the news? The Las Cruces channel is now on 7 days a week. We'll keep it right here.
Fiesta Motors. Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there. Celebrate Fiesta Motors. We're buying a car
is always a celebration.
We're here to talk about other media notables.
Besides ourselves.
Yeah, because
Enough
we talk
about
about
us.
ourselves.
Yes.
So, Mark Mathis, I never really see him except on the ads with him and Noreen Jaramillo when they talk about come see us in
I don't
our
get up
morning
that
show.
early, yeah.
No, but that's the coming, the ads, and he's always going, come see us in the show because we love you. And he goes, "Mwah."
He's the wacky weather guy.
Yes, he's kind of neat. So I've never seen his show. I understand from the janitor that his show is on like at 6 a.m. So we'll never see him unless we're really hungover. But the wacky weather guy, he got whacked.
Yes,
I
he
mean,
did.
not whacked in the sense of the mob.
He got whacked back.
He got hit in the head. His
He got pummeled all about his body.
sometime girlfriend, Sarah Horowitz, who is a master chef. She's been on what shows? She was
Gordon Ramsay's
chefy
show.
something like that. She's Justin Bieber's cook, apparently, has been.
When he was here in El Paso.
And she was one of the lead chefs at the Democratic Convention in Denver. So she's got a little bit of notoriety, and she must be quite a personality herself, because she needs to be a good chef. You need to take control of the situation.
You got to pick up big, heavy pots full of boiling liquids.
Which she took a
Ice
container.
chest?
Well, it doesn't say ice chest. A food container, and dropped stuff in Mark's car, and he got mad and said, whatever are you doing, and hit her little hat off. And so
He'll never do that again.
pummeled her, or she pummeled him.
About the face and neck. And,
So those of you who wake up in time to see, this is Channel 9 in El Paso, if you wake up early enough, I couldn't do it most of this week to see it, whether he has little bruises on his face.
We'll see if
I'm sure he's got makeup.
let's check and see if he's got too much makeup on in certain spots.
Yeah.
That'll be the key.
And if he's a wacky guy, he has. If you look up his history, he's been through a number of stations. He's there. He gets pushed to another station, like he's been in North Carolina. He went to L.A. He came back to the same station, North Carolina. Something else happened. He went to another.
I think
station.
El Paso is where you come to die.
El
Pretty
Paso,
much.
he looks like he's a fun guy. I'm glad that this brought him more to my attention because I would be now willing to see him.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me know when you plan the wedding.
I'll have to VCR it or whatever they.
VCR it.
What do they call it
Michael,
now? Video,
it's the 21st century.
digital, DVRs.
Just DVR the man.
DVR. Anyway, so that's an interesting story about local personalities. And people say El Paso isn't local. But we're so small, we need a bigger locality.
We can't fill in for all the personalities.
We can't we're just the only ones here.
It's true.
But we could recycle stuff because today is Earth Day.
That's true. You could recycle your personality. Not that
And
anybody would want it.
Turn out to something else. You're wearing a nice earthy color.
Well, I got my earth
Brownish
green.
thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
so you're going to
green.
go hewing some logs after this?
Yes, the
You know,
pine-
it's corduroy. Who
Corduroy.
wears corduroy in April?
Oh. You'd be surprised.
April Fool's Day. That's the end of corduroy.
And
So what's happening today?
well, Earth Day. There's a recycled fashion show going on downtown.
Yes.
On
So,
the downtown mall, Main Street downtown, at the Placita,
Where
it's called.
Yes.
Right next to the restaurant there,
Oh, that little space in between.
the bistro.
Yes.
Yes,
And that should be cool. So recycled art.
it'll be interesting. It's the same day as the farmers and crafts
The farmers
market.
market. They used to do prom dresses. They used to have a competition of duct tape prom dresses.
Oh,
I
yes.
wonder if that's
Well, today
similar
go
to that.
down there today. It's
Take a
on
look.
right now. In fact, while you're down there, you can adopt dogs and cats. But we're going to get to that in a few minutes.
if we have that much time, but we will. The other thing we want to talk about is Brooke Stockberger, who is one of our favorite people.
The wacky Brooke Stockberger.
The wacky Brooke Stockberger, who writes a regular column in the business paper. This is from his days when he was a sports editor, I'm guessing, but now he's the business editor.
That's in his thinner days.
Yeah, he was a little thinner then. He was talking about whether or not people have lazy genes; they just don't want to work, and he's always
Do you
tried.
think that's like a scapegoat? Oh, I love to
Sure.
work, but I have the lazy gene.
Yeah, well, I would love to do this, but I'm just not able to. I can't balance my checkbook. I'm not good at math.
You know, genetics is everything.
It's a good excuse. Although nurturing also, you could be nurtured to be a hard worker, which is what he says he is.
Yes, but somebody would have to have the nurturing gene to do so.
Oh, that's true, and your parent would not be the one to have it. Adoptions all around. Everybody switch parents. You know, that's sort of like switching wives, swapping wives.
Well, they say you pick your parents. I guess you pick lazy ones.
How do you pick your parents?
That's what they say.
Who says that? Dead
Everybody.
people? People before they're born? I don't know what to pick. I've never done this before. How do you pick a parent? I go, they look short and stocky. You know, I'll go with them.
I don't understand the process.
Anyway, so, if there's a lazy gene, there's also must be a fast food eating gene, because Brooke,
He's got it.
of everybody who writes anything, he writes probably more stories about eating fast food than anybody. He also talks about trying to stop it.
Well, they say write what you know.
I guess.
He does. So maybe, who knows, maybe there is a lazy workers gene.
And a lazy or fast food eating gene.
I don't know. I mean, there's a gay gene.
I was going to look
There's
up.
There's a
Is there a gay gene?
brown hair gene.
I was going to look up the lazy gene story.
Yes.
I didn't feel like it was too lazy.
Oh, you're too lazy.
I was too lazy to do that.
I was going to pick up my jeans off the floor, and I was too lazy to do it.
Well, that's why you got such dirty jeans. Anyway, let's go on to, some people aren't lazy, and
run for office.
5 of them are representatives from the local area, and they are opening up an office, which is unprecedented, I believe.
They call it a constituent's office.
For representatives. We have offices for Pierce, for the
Here's our congressman.
national congressmen and the Senate guys. But for local ones who don't really have a job. I mean, they don't really
paid.
work. They don't get paid.
So
where do they get the money?
How can they afford to open
They
up an
don't get a
office?
budget.
They don't.
So they're going to be running on donations and volunteers. And Philip Archuleta seems to be the guy who's leading this off. It's his phone number who's in the paper.
Now he represents this district.
Yes, he
Up in Santa
recently
Fe.
voted in. If you look at the paper, the opening of this office is on the 26th, which I guess is Friday, this coming Friday. And in the paper it says North, 132 North
Main
Downtown Mall or Main Street, but it's actually South. I spent 25 minutes looking for it.
Okay.
North. I ended up.
Well, you found it. That's good.
I found it.
132 South Main Street. He's sharing the office with other elected constituents.
Bill McCamley,
Jeff
Steinborn,
Doreen
Gallegos, Rudy Martinez,
That's it.
and no, there's another one.
Bill McCamley.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's
Right?
it. That was it.
That's it. 5.
That's enough.
That's enough.
So you can drop in and see them in person?
You should give them a call first.
Make an appointment.
Yes. Although there's going to be volunteers. I don't know what you're going to talk to them about. I mean, these guys,
If you
all
ha-
they do is vote
If you have
1
issues
month a year.
that concern you as a voting constituent, then you
You can
should.
complain about
How
it.
else are you going to let them know how you feel?
I think it's just a good effort on their part to make them visible in the district they live.
Well, it's a good idea.
It is. It sounds.
They're all
good.
Democrats, aren't they?
And we do pay taxes. And those of you who remembered April 15th, this past week,
Yeah, last. Yeah.
was the day for you to have filed your extension for taxes.
And I hope if you didn't, you do it now.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
A late extension. You got an extension, but you may pay penalties. It's good to have an extension for taxes because
How's that extension of yours working out? Yeah? How's Barbara like
you
it?
just have to pump it up a little.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Extension is good. Gives you time to find out who really paid you money that year. Because you
money. You don't owe money, you don't need an extension.
anyway, you can. Do we have a guy on the show that has a ghost voice? You can go in July and get a list of everybody who's given you money during the year. They know by that time.
You
Not
mean-
everybody, not your paycheck.
Meeting employers that you've had.
Well,
What if you're unemployed?
Stocks, and then
If you're unemployed that year, do you need to file?
it'll be a short list. If you made
get
no
money back- you get
whatsoever,
money back from the state, don't
if
you?
you made money whatsoever, you needed for them to have taken out money for you to get back money. Although there are things that you might be able to get money back from.
A poverty refund, something like that.
A what?
Poverty refund.
Poverty refund. Yes. Reverse tax.
Right.
We tax the government. So those of you who want to wait, who have an extension, after July, go in and get your printout from the IRS.
Now, you can write down, you can claim dependents on your taxes. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to claim a pet as a dependent, which is unfortunate.
That's true.
They are part of the family, really. And I think you should be able to adopt a pet and claim them. If you adopt it from a shelter, if it's a rescue dog or cat, you should be able to claim it as a dependent.
That means we'd be supporting people who were lazy and didn't spay or neuter their pets and just decide to have lots and lots of pets. What about these crazy cat ladies? Hopefully I'm not offending anybody.
No, you only get to adopt one. You could adopt.
Oh, now you're making limits.
One of each. Dog
Adoption
and cat.
limit.
That's it.
What if you like an otter?
Well, they have to have been rescued.
A rescued one?
Yes. Saved from extinction via the deadly injection.
You should do it out of the goodness of your heart and not like how people adopt kids, so they can make money off them. So you don't want to make money off your pets.
Well, people have kids for the same reason. Now, coming up at the Blue Moon Saloon, though, if you have dogs, you can take them down there for $5. You can get a $5 vaccination, and they throw in a free worming.
For you or your pet?
Whoever needs it the most. And April 25th,
it doesn't hurt.
There is a no dog kill meeting.
Yes. No what? Dog kill?
Yes. No kill dog meeting.
What about cats?
Cats have 9 lives. Brannigan, down at the Brannigan Library at 6:30, April 25th. If you want to get involved with that organization, they're getting together to try to figure out how not to kill dogs, how not to euthanize them, I guess is what it is.
Actually, they should figure out how not to have so many.
Yes.
That would be good.
Now, also this weekend, we've got a few other things going on.
What?
It's a busy weekend.
It is.
Down at the Black Box Theater, we've got Dead Man's Cell Phone by Sarah Rule.
Yes.
And that play goes on tonight and Sunday at 2:30.
Next weekend.
And also, tonight's a closing weekend for 12 Angry Men. Mm-hmm. Tonight's a closing night, I think. Then they have a matinee
tomorrow,
Sunday at 2 o'clock.
Probably.
12 Angry Men is a famous play made into a famous movie.
Henry Fonda, wasn't he in that?
Henry Fonda was in the movie. Right.
I'm surprised you're not in there. You're not that angry.
I was doing
You're a little curmudgeon.
I was busy doing Shakespeare, Michael.
Yes. And you're going to be doing some other stuff. When does Picasso at La Pan Angile come?
That opens up in just a couple of weeks.
That's coming up.
And we'll give you information about that. I think we're about out of time, aren't we?
Nah, we're never out of time. Yeah, maybe we are.
I think we're out of things to talk about, so let's make it out of time.
No, we still have things to talk about.
Well,
but we'll talk about them next week.
So thanks for joining us right here on Double Talk.